Welcome back. In the light of yesterday's developments, one of the first thoughts I had was what would be my dream set list for those Oasis comeback shows, and so I made up one. It's not strictly just my favorite Oasis songs that would be a different set list, but I also considered how likely it could be that they played a song. Some of my favorite songs they never or very on very seldom occasions performed live, or some songs are just songs that I like but nobody else seems to like. So it's not really just my favorite songs, but it's what would be a great set list for a comeback show, but a bit more tuned to my taste, but that would work also in general for a stadium audience. The intro would be Hello, but they won't play it live. It's like when they had Fucking in the Bushes as an intro, it would just be an audio of that, and they would go on stage to that song, because I don't think Fucking in the Bushes should be the intro to this show, or to the comeback shows, because we all hope they're more a celebration of the 90s Oasis lineup. We'll see there are some songs from post 90s here on the set list, to have a more rounded, more balanced view on their career. I think there's at least from every album one song except the last album. I couldn't put any song from You Got Your Soul in, although I'm personally a big fan of Falling Down, but a song like Falling Down wouldn't really be good on such a euphoric occasion as an Oasis comeback. But without much further ado, let's go into it. Hello is, like I said, the intro, and then they would start with a storming version of the song Morning Glory, then supersonic, so it's really a start, a very climactic start. Then the next song would be from Be Here Now, It's Getting Better Man. I think that would be a really interesting song this early in the concert. It's a great live song also, and since especially Noel hates Be Here Now, one that hasn't been really played often after the 97-98 tour. Next song, Acquiesce. And when the outro, when the last chorus with just no singing starts, Liam of course walks off stage. So the next song will be a Noel song, and it will be Don't Look Back in Anger, the first big sing-along anthem of the evening. Then the next song will be Sad Song, and it will start as the studio version with just Noel singing it, but then Liam walks back on stage and sings the second verse, because in his recent solo shows, like for 2 or 3 years, he's singing this song for the first time. Before like 3 or 4 years ago, he never sang this song, but now he sings it live in his solo shows, and it's great. So it would be cool, like Noel sings the first half and then Liam sings the second half, and that brings us to our next song. Now it's more like an acoustic section of the set. The next song would be Half the World Away, a B-side from the Whatever single, and this was always also a Noel sung song, but in recent shows, Liam solo shows, he sang it. So this time it will be a duet, Noel and Liam singing this song, and this will be the first song with a string section. There will be a string section on some songs, and this will be the first one. Next song will also have the string section on Wonderwall. Then the string section goes off stage, and the last song of that acoustic set will be Songbird, so also to have a song written by Liam Gallagher in the set list, at least one. And then, it will get electric and loud again with Columbia, then Roll With It, Some Might Say, so 3 really big rock and roll anthems in a row, and then maybe an even bigger anthem than the past, like the 3 songs we've had just. Even bigger anthem will be Champagne Supernova, with Paul Weller, a special guest on lead guitar. He also played it in the studio version, of course. Then no section, so that Liam can rest his vocal cords a bit. 3 Noel songs in a row, Little by Little, The Importance of Being Idle, and then again with strings, The Master Plan. And then the last song, before the encores, Liam comes back, the string section also remains on stage, and the last song will be Whatever. Then the first encores, now we are at track 18. Number 18 will be I'm the Walrus. Then track 19, Do You Know What I Mean? And the 20th and last song of the first block of encores will be Gas Panic, so also to have a song for Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, in my opinion the strongest song of this album. Then the second encores will be Cigarettes and Alcohol, Slide Away, and Live Forever. 3 all-time classics from Definitely Maybe. And then a very, very, very last, a final encore, if Liam voice still manages to cope with that, will be Rock and Roll Star. And that's it. I think that would be a brilliant set list. Favorite songs of mine that are excluded are Listen Up and Good to Be Free. I think they're not iconic enough for the casual Oasis fan to to be warranted a place in this comeback show's set list. And 3 kind of classics are excluded, were Shaker Maker, Cast No Shadow, and Stand By Me. Cast No Shadow with strings would also be a great song for that show, but this is already a 24 song set list, so you have to make some make some cuts here and there. So that's my set list. I'm looking forward to the shows. I hope I get a ticket. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.